is Amanda Brown, and I am the Education Director for Deadwood History. And today, instead of doing a craft, I thought I'd take you on a small little tour of our Black Hills Believe It or Not exhibit here at the Adams Museum. So I'll go through just a few of the artifacts that we have up here, and we'll talk a little bit about them, just so you get a little bit of an idea of what we have here, so that when we finally reopen, you can come on by and see it for yourself. So we'll go ahead and we'll start right over here. Right back here we have a two-headed calf. This two-headed calf is not necessarily from South Dakota, it's actually from Kansas. It was born in Kansas, and it lived for about 6 weeks, and then it died. And the owner of the calf had it stuffed and taxidermied, and then donated it to our museum in 1951. Now, the reason we have it on display is because it's been part of our collection for so long that it's actually become kind of a part of the Adams Museum history. People always ask about it, so we like to show it off. About 1 in every 10 million calves are born with 2 heads. And we actually had, as recently as this April, a calf born with 2 heads in South Dakota. So it happens all over. Now, right behind me, there is a cutout of a gentleman. His name is Robert Wadlow. Robert Wadlow is the tallest man on record at 8 feet 11 inches tall. Now, I'm 5'2". I'll come stand by him so you can see. Am I close? There we go. I'm 5'2". He is 8 feet 11 inches tall, so he's way taller than I am. Where do I come to? Come to about his chest, right? His stomach area. So he is still the tallest man on record, and so he still holds that record. He came to Deadwood in August of 1939, and he used his height as a way to make money. He would book a show or a service so that people could come and take pictures or talk to him and say, I met the tallest man on record. So he did come to Deadwood in 1939. Unfortunately, because he was so tall, he had to wear braces on his legs. One of those braces did give him a cut. He ended up with an infection, and he passed away at the age of 22, not too long after he came to Deadwood. So that's another one of our really unique, interesting things that we have here in the Black Hills Believe It or Not exhibit. Another thing that we have here is our thome stone. The thome stone is a piece of stone that was found by Lewis Thone in Spearfish at the base of Spearfish Mountain in 1887. And on it is carved on one side a list of names and the date, 1833. And on the other side is written, got all of the gold we could carry, our ponies all got by the Indians. I have lost my gun and nothing to eat, and Indians hunting me. Well, we've done research on this, and lots of research has been done on it, so we know that this was written by a gentleman named Ezra Kind. And Ezra Kind came with a group of explorers in 1833, got lost, and eventually never returned. So when this was found, we were able to do more research, and we realized that in 1833, a group of explorers had come in and found gold. Now imagine if that group of people had made it out of the Black Hills in 1833. The gold rush of 1876 never would have happened because we would have already been here. We would have already found gold. It would have been way earlier. So this piece of history could have changed everything had it been found earlier, or if Ezra Kind and his party had made it out of the Black Hills with the gold. Let's see. We also have back here this buggy. This buggy was made in 1887 by a company called Walburn and Riker, and it was made as a display. So it was just to kind of show off the types of buggies that this company was selling, but smaller so that it could fit in their showroom. Well, a doctor saw it and they really loved it, so they bought it for their kids. And that kind of sparked a trend of wealthy people buying smaller buggies for their children. So it was kind of a sign of wealth. If you were able to afford a buggy like this for your kids, that meant that you were pretty wealthy. It's still kind of prevalent today. You can buy those little electronic cars that your kids ride around in. I can't remember what they're called, but it's kind of the same idea. It's a smaller version of a life-size buggy. And one last thing that I like to talk about up here in the Black Hills Believe It or Not exhibit at the Adams Museum is this table and chair set. So this table and chair set showcases the art of marquetry. Marquetry is where you take little pieces of wood and you put them in a design. So you can see there's the stars and the hexagons and the little 3D little squares and steps and things like that. And this table and chair set actually has thousands of pieces. It was created by a gentleman named Anthony Levesque, who was a Canadian immigrant who worked for the Homestake Mining Company. And he made this particular set with 4,500 pieces of wood. That is 4,500 pieces of wood. So all of the things that you see here in the Black Hills Believe It or Not will still be here when we reopen. We really hope that you'll come and see us once we do reopen. Keep an eye out on our social media pages for more videos like this, for more information, and when we finally announce when we can reopen, we hope that it's soon. We'll see you then. I hope everybody has a really great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Next Monday, right, Amanda?
Next Monday.